Imagine walking through a garden in spring. Flowers bloom vibrantly, birds sing their beautiful songs, and the air is filled with the fresh scent of new life. This picture of a thriving garden mirrors the kind of joy God desires for us. True joy is not merely a fleeting emotion, but a deep, abiding sense of well being that comes from knowing and walking with God. But how do we cultivate such joy in our lives? Biblical joy is different from mere happiness. Happiness is often based on external circumstances, while joy is rooted in a relationship with God. It's a fruit of the Spirit, as listed in Galatians 5. Joy is both a gift from God and a product of our spiritual growth. It comes from the assurance of God's love, His promises, and His presence in our lives. As Nehemiah 8:10 reminds us, the joy of the Lord is your strength. This kind of joy empowers us to face life's challenges with hope and resilience. Let's face it, we all want a little more joy in our lives, but life can throw all kinds of challenges at us, and it can be hard to feel much joy at all. The Bible is filled with examples of joy often in the midst of difficult circumstances. Consider the Apostle Paul, who wrote extensively about joy while imprisoned. In Philippians 4:4, he exhorts us, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say, rejoice. Paul's joy was not dependent on his situation, but on his relationship with Christ. He knew that no matter what was happening to him, he always had Jesus. And Jesus is more than enough. Another example is King David. Despite facing numerous trials, including betrayal and personal failure, David often expressed his joy in the Lord. Psalm 16:11 is one example. He declares, "You make known to me the path of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore." Growing in joy involves intentional practices that draw us closer to God. Joy is the result of a growing relationship with Jesus. Here are some practical steps to help cultivate joy. Number one, abide in Christ. Jesus said in John 15:5, "I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing." Abiding in Christ means maintaining a close personal relationship with him through prayer, reading the word, and obeying his commands. As we stay connected to Jesus, his joy flows into our lives. Number two, practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18 instructs us to rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. By cultivating a thankful heart, we recognize God's goodness and faithfulness, which fuels our joy. Number three, serve others. Joy often grows when we serve others. Acts 20, verse 35 reminds us of Jesus' words. It is more blessed to give than to receive. Serving others shifts our focus from ourselves to the needs of those around us, bringing joy both to them and to us. Joy often finds us when we bring joy to someone else. It's important to understand that joy does not mean the absence of trials. In fact, James 1:2 through 3 tells us, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness." Trials can deepen our faith and refine our character, leading to a more profound joy in God. Growing in joy is a lifelong journey, deeply intertwined with our relationship with God. Even in trials, joy can flourish because it's rooted in the unwavering love and presence of God. As we pursue these practices, we will experience the deep, abiding joy that comes from walking with God. May your life, like a well-tended garden, bloom with the joy that comes from knowing and being known by your loving Creator. Now go win today.